I'm going to talk with you a little about something that maybe you haven't thought about. We have this information that we've taken from William Bridges' book called Transitions. And on the left side, you'll see behaviors. And on the bottom axis, you'll see time. And this is a demonstration on how you can understand what is happening with your people, with you, and with your companies. The first piece is ending. So something ends, and it creates all of this different emotion: confusion, reservation, frustration, denial. It also, of course, creates anxiety. And so what has happened, what ended actually was our way of life. What ended is how many of us did business. What ended is how we relate to people. And so what everybody thinks is that something new begins, like there's a new business or a new factor. But what actually happens is something ends first. And these old behaviors tend to leak over into a new part, what we're calling the transition. The transition zone, or the neutral zone, is actually where we want behaviors to move into. Most people, oh, I want to tell you something. We had our meeting this morning with our sales group, one of our discovery groups. And what ended for them was a way to actually conduct sales. They would go out to networking organizations and have lunches and go out for a drink or beverage. And now they can't do that anymore. So what ended was how they actually were able to conduct business. So what's really true, that it ended, but now they are in the transition zone. And the transition zone, or the neutral zone, sometimes is really hard because you feel like you're not quite sure what to do, you're not sure what's going to happen, the next steps are not clear. And so with the transition zone, what we want to do is bring in new behaviors so that we can create something new, a new beginning. So with the new beginning and within those behaviors, new things can happen, new opportunities, new business lines, things that really could make a difference and help people in the whole process of managing change. Here's your goal. Here's what I suggest you need to do, is to lengthen, or excuse me, squish that transition zone so that the ending and the new beginning goes quicker and faster. You'll have more production, you'll have faster results, people will be able to make decisions quicker. So we wanted to describe this first so that you can actually see what's happening with people's behavior. You probably saw people early on kind of reverting back to the old way they used to do things and how they used to say things. And now hopefully that you'll been able to see how what's happening with them, and you perhaps going through that transition zone, that neutral zone, and starting with a new beginning.
Change is external. So the world changed, and that's the ending that Evie is describing. Transition during that change is internal. So if we're not aware that we have to make this transition to new behaviors to create this new reality that we're describing, then all of our work on the business model canvas or in Porter's 5 forces and the other tools that we're going to describe to you would be wasted without keeping and understanding how it is that I tighten that transition zone so that it happens over a shorter period of time to create higher energy, accomplishment, and commitment into this new plan.